I don't know what the world is coming to, the way young folks talk nowadays. Margie, you've got to stop using that bop language. Do you understand?
Sure, Pappy. I dig you.
Now, you cut that out.
Dad, you've got to be modern. That's modern talk. Just like when you were young, you had your modern talk. 23 skidoo. Oh, you kid. And fellas who whistled at girls were sheiks instead of wolves.
Don't you put me in the category with fellows who used to whistle at girls. I was a studious type. I put my time to good use. I studied and studied and studied. Night after night, day after day. It was disgusting.
What was disgusting?
I studied so darned hard, I didn't have time to go out and whistle at girls. Yesterday, Mrs. Stegmiller came in and said she was increasing her account with us $100,000. And what did I say? I said, crazy, man, crazy. Now, I don't care if it is modern talk, Margie. I want you to stop it.
All right, Dad. If it'll make you happy, I'll try.
Now, let's make a deal. Every time you use one of those expressions, you'll find $1.
You mean I've got to give you $1?
Right. And as an added inducement, if you stop for a month, I'll raise your allowance.
Raise my allowance? Crazy, man, crazy.
Cash, please. What are you going to do today?
I'm going downtown with Mrs. Odetts. I'm kind of low on cash.
Squandering your money again, huh?
Dad, did you know that some Liberty Head nickels are worth $50?
So what?
Here's a Liberty Head nickel. You owe me $49.
You mean you owe me 95 cents?
Well, aren't you going to tell me not to cry and you'll reconsider?
No, I certainly am not.
Then I'm not going to cry for you.
Our latest Nash Healy, isn't it a beauty?
How fast will it go?
Well, in the test, one just like this was clocked 130.
130?
Couldn't it be souped up with twin pipes so you could get some speed out of it?
I'll give you my word, it's plenty fast for the young lady.
Oh, you don't understand. It isn't for me, it's for Mrs. Odetts.
That's right. I'm going to buy it. But I want the twin pipes, dual carburetors, and a chrome head.
Oh, yes, ma'am, certainly.
And when I come for it, I want the motor hot and the doors wide open.
Yes, Mrs. Odetts.
Now then, what's the price?
Well, normally just under $6,000, but with what you want on it, I bet a check.
Do you think your banker will give you that much?
Oh, that's right. I'll have to go down and try and talk it out of him. It's my money. Why do I always have to fight to get any of it?
Well, that's the way trust funds work, Mrs. Odetts.
It's disgusting. I want to enjoy my money while I'm still young.
Be reasonable, Mrs. Odetts. Now try and understand. I'm looking out for your interests, and I can't just hand over $6,000.
Are you insinuating I don't know how to handle money?
What do you want the money for, Mrs. Odetts? Another fiasco like the speedboat that you paid $9,000 for and then sold for $200?
I think $200 was a fair return, in view of the condition of the boat after I rammed that Navy cutter.
If you'll tell me what the money's for and I consider it worthwhile, I'll let you have it. Otherwise, you'll have to wait for your monthly check.
Very well, then, I'll tell you. But I don't like to talk about my charitable gestures.
You want the money for charity?
Yes, in a way. You see, I have a very dear friend who has a daughter who's mixed up in something dreadful, and I need the money to get her out of her jam.
What kind of a jam is she in?
Oh, don't ask me to talk about it. Don't ask me to talk about it. That poor girl. That poor girl. Write the check.
It isn't that I don't believe you, Mrs. Odetts, but before I write the check, I'd like to meet this girl.
You want to meet her?
Yes. Oh, I certainly wouldn't want to stand in your way for any worthwhile cause, Mrs. Odetts, but just so I'll be sure, I'd like to meet her. All right?
Yes, certainly. Of course. Tell you what. You write that check, and I'll slip you a quick 50 smackers. Okay?
Oh, Mrs. Odetts.
100 smackers.
Mrs. Odetts, I'll drop in on you tonight around 7. Now, can you have the girl there?
I can have me there.
Can you have the girl there?
I'm a girl.
It's just another trick to try and get money. Well, you can forget it.
I shall speak to your superior about this.
Suit yourself. I'm looking out for your interests, and that's that.
Twin pipes, chrome head, dual carburetors. Well, no, I couldn't do a thing like that. Well, lost that battle. I've thought things over, Mr. Bronson. I hate people that pry. But if you have to see her, come over, as you said, 7 tonight.
I'll be there.
Every time I help you with one of your wild ideas, I end up in trouble with my father. And this is one time I'm staying out. I refuse to... Wait a second. I think I've got it. What an idea.
Oh, you and I lose our battles with ourselves so beautifully. Aren't you going to let me in on it, too?
Well, you know the plot already.
I do.
Remember our junior league play last year, Gambling Woman?
Oh, that girl was really in a jam.
She sure was. And I know just the plot for your Mr. Bill Bronson to preview. I'll check with you later. I'll have to dig the scripts out of the trunk.
Thank you, Margie. Thank you so much.
I think I'll spring it on Dad right after dinner. I'll see you.
Oh, what a wonderful girl. Twin pipes and a chrome head.
I don't know the password, but Joe sent me.
What did you say, dear? Where in the world are you going dressed like that?
The Junior League's going to put on Gambling Woman again.
Oh, I see. And, of course, Hetty Albright stars again?
Come on, read a scene with me.
Oh, Margie, I want to read my paper.
Oh, come on, Dad. Do you think you'd still remember the lines?
Remember them? Why, last year I spent practically 3 months reading them with you. Oh, go ahead, honey. Read them by yourself. I want to look at my paper.
Funny you don't take more of an interest in dramatics, Dad.
Hmm? Well, why is it funny?
Well, you have that something. That special something that all great actors have.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. I noticed it last year when we were rehearsing. Oh, that profile. You've got a wonderful profile, Dad.
Oh, Margie, come off it. Cut that out.
What do you think?
Oh, I was just fixing my tie.
Oh, don't be embarrassed, Dad. You've got a wonderful profile. I don't blame you for wanting to look at it.
Oh, I still don't think there's anything unusual about it.
Oh, but there is. Look at that forehead, that nose, that strong, jutting chin.
Let's read the script.
Oh, no, Dad. You want to read the paper.
Get the script.
Okay, Dad, okay.
$6,000 in gambling debts.
Yes, the poor, poor child, a delinquent at 14, got in with the wrong company, and it finally led to this.
Why don't we call in the police?
No, no. I want to help the poor child without publicity. Her dear father must never know. I want to make things right for her so she can begin life anew. Perhaps my kindness will show her the evil of her ways. She lives right across the hall. Right before you got here, he arrived.
He?
Yes, the criminal I told you about, Lefty Lautrec.
Well, we'd better get over there.
No, no. We mustn't interfere. I don't want her to know I told anyone. But I do want you to see with your own eyes. Just a moment. I have an important call to make.
You never can really get the feeling into a part unless you're dressed for it.
Have they cast the part in the play yet?
Not yet, Dad. Hello? If you're who I think you are and you can't talk, hang up. I'm sorry, you have the wrong number. Well, if you're ready, we'll take the scene right from the start.
All set, honey?
Okay, here we go. But I tell you, I don't have the money.
I know lots of people who said them same words right before they stopped breathing.
If you kill me, you'll never get your 6 G's.
Quit stalling, Vivian. I want my $6 grand.
Time, Lefty. I need time.
And tomorrow I get the dough or else.
Oh, you wouldn't, Lefty. You wouldn't. I mean, not really.
Oh, wouldn't I? Well, I'm leaving now, but I'll be back tomorrow, and you better have some of that dough.
Hurry up. He's coming out. Oh, the poor child. The poor child.
I still think we ought to go to the police, but, well, I'll have your check for you tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Bronson. Thank you.
Who am I to be thanked? You're a wonderful woman, Mrs. Odetts. I'm proud to know you.
Thank you, son. You may kiss me. Oh, boy. 130 miles an hour, not even souped up yet.
Oh, Lefty, stick around and we'll talk about the old days when we was running booze and shy.
You're not gonna get out of paying that $6 grand.
Hello?
Hello, Vivian. That was a wonderful performance. But your father's an awful ham. Anyway, the coast's clear, so you can knock it off.
Oh, Mr. Walters, that's terrible. My father and I have been rehearsing and... All right, Mr. Walters.
What was it?
Mr. Walters, our director, they've decided to do a different play.
What? He can't do that to me. I mean, it isn't fair.
Oh, it can't be helped, Dad. I'm sorry. Good night.
Good night.
I thought we might combine a little pleasure with business, Mrs. Odetts. Oh, by the way, I have your draft for the $6,000 right here.
Oh, wonderful. I just love this restaurant. It's my favorite. Let's go. I don't like this restaurant.
But you just said it was your favorite.
I know, but a more fickle woman you've never met.
But, Mrs. Odetts, this is a very nice place. I've been here before.
Please, Mr. Bronson, let's go.
Well, if you want to. There's your friend Vivian and that Lefty Lautrec.
We don't want any trouble. Now let's go.
Boy, this is a real crazy salad. Okay.
I gave you your allowance check this morning, so you can pay me for yesterday morning, plus the 3 times today you said George and gone.
Look, he's taking every dollar that poor kid can scrape together. Well, I'm going to put a stop to that.
No, please, no.
I'm going to fix that guy the way he ought to be fixed.
Why does Margie always have to stop these things?
Yes?
Don't worry about a thing. I'm going to talk to you in the only language a person like you can understand. Vivian, I'm Bill Bronson, Mrs. Odetts' banker, and I'm going to help you.
You sure took good care of Lefty.
If he ever comes around here again, I'll take care of him again. Vivian, you got off to a bad start in life, and I'm going to change all that. I'm going to try to reform you, Vivian. And I'm going to make you my own personal private charge. How does it sound?
Sounds like Lefty's waking up. Let's get out of here.
Boy, that fella really lets you have it.
If I ever see him again, I'll let him have it. What's that, the Stegmuller account?
Yes, and you better get together with our banker as soon as possible.
Okay, Mr. Honeywell.
Boy, you look as if you had the mumps on one side.
Okay, so I got soft. You don't have to enjoy it so darn much.
Well, who's enjoying it? You really got it.
ready. Get Mrs. Stegmuller's banker. Just a minute. Central Trust Company, Mr. Bronson.
Hello, Bronson speaking.
Oh, hello. This is Vern Albright of Honeywell and Todd.
Oh, yes, Mr. Albright. Mrs. Stegmuller's told me all about you.
I'd like to get together with you as soon as possible.
Well, suppose we make it tomorrow, Mr. Albright. I'd make it tonight, but, well, I'm having dinner with a beautiful, you can guess what.
Sure, I understand. We'll make it tomorrow. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Same here. I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Albright. Bye.
Bye. Oh, I'd sure like to meet that bird again.
Would you get my purse?
Oh, sure, Vivian.
You better hurry up before your father gets home.
Why'd you get me in a spot like this with him? You didn't tell me he was good looking.
I didn't really notice. Once you reach my age, they all look pretty much the same.
Here we go.
Have a good time, children, and sit one out for me.
We will, Mrs. Odetts. He's back.
Who's back?
Lefty.
Please, Bill, forget it. Forget it.
Yes, this thing's getting much too complicated. Shh.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll always leave the extra key in the flower pot.
Well, you didn't expect to find me here, did you?
No, I did not. And what's the big idea?
Let's go, Vivian.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Good night, Mrs. Odetts.
Good night. I hope you don't ever find out about this. I'd hate to have to move back to Seattle.
I'm sorry, Dad. You say he was in the apartment when you got home?
Yes, Margie, he's a madman. He's a madman. What happened to you this afternoon after he hit me the first time?
I tried to follow him, but he gave me the slip.
Oh, good girl. I don't understand it, Margie. He's a madman.
Dad,
Yes, dear.
I have a confession.
A confession?
Yes, Mrs. Odetts wants to buy a new sports car.
Is that the confession?
Part of it. I went with her to the showroom to see the car.
So?
How badly does your eye hurt?
Oh, awful bad. Tell me, what's the rest of the confession?
Well, I don't want to tell you with a sore eye. Especially that sore eye.
Albright, that Bronson fella from the bank will be here any minute. He can't see you looking like a street brawler.
I'm doing the best I can.
Well, go downstairs and see what the barber can do. He did a pretty good job for me once on a shiner.
Okay.
What's the matter?
I just saw him, that madman. He's after me again. I just saw him coming down the corridor.
What? We can't have enough house around here. Mrs. Stegmuller's banker will be here any minute.
Oh, that's right, Bronson will be here any time now. If that maniac comes in here, we'll have to do something. That's the guy, and he's right out there. We've got to overpower him before Bronson gets here. You'll have to help me. I know just how to do it.
Oh, hello. could you tell me where I could find Mr.
Hey, that's a nice suit you have there.
I'm glad you like it.
Yes, sir, a nice suit. I got him.
Hold it! Don't let him go!
What are you doing here?
We'll take care of you.
Hey, we got him going now. Let's really let him have it.
Now, wait a minute. It's my turn. Margie! Margie, we got him. We got the madman.
Yeah, but it was my punch that really got him. And when he comes to, I'm going to tell him.
Now, wait a minute. You're not going to take all the credit. I hit him more times than you did.
Gentlemen, if you'll spare me a second, I believe I can settle this argument. I don't think either of you wants credit.
What are you talking about?
Well, it's a long story, but that's Bill Bronson.
Yeah. Bill Bronson? All right, what do you mean by beating up one of our clients like that?
Well, you hit him more times than I did.
Yes, but it was your punch that really knocked him out.
Now, wait a minute. How did you know who he was?
Oh, I didn't want to cause you any trouble, Dad. I can explain everything.
Yeah, I'll go downstairs and get some ice.
Crazy, man. Crazy.
Margie, go see what happened to Mr. Honeywell.
Oh, Margie, they told me you were down here, so I brought it down. It's parked right out front.
Yes, so we've heard, Mrs. Odetts.
Mr. Bronson, what are you doing here?
Oh, I just thought I'd drop in and get half killed.
I had to explain before somebody got hurt.
Before somebody got hurt.
Bill's been swell about the whole thing. Thanks, Bill.
You're welcome, Vivian.
Are you going to take my car away from me?
No, Mrs. Odetts, you may keep the car.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
As for you, Margie, you're going to spend a week in the house.
You mean I'm going to have to date her for a whole week at your place?
You can't win.
Just one thing, Mrs. Odetts. No more schemes. No more wild ideas.
I give you my word. Oh, goodness.
No, you're not going to try and buy a plane.
You should have seen me today. I had my first lesson. They're free to all prospective buyers. Oh, what a kick. And guess who was with me?
Well, see you later.
Margie, all right, you stay right here.
They really don't cost so very much when you think of how far and how fast they go. You should have seen the people run for cover when Margie buzzed the field.
Margie?
I had a sample lesson, too.
But that was nothing. I made an outside loop, and the instructor fainted. Then we ran out of gas, and I made a dead stick landing.
This goes on all the time. All the time.
Impossible.
No, it really does. You'd better stick around to reform me.
Come on, Margie, I'm going to take you for a little ride.
Just one thing, Mrs. Odetts. No more trouble.
I give you my solemn promise. No more trouble. Come, honey.
Oh, just a second.
What is it, dear?
We don't want any more trouble, so just to make sure, I'll drive.
Oh, all right.